It was OSU got out-coached, outplayed.
Lucas Raymond is also from Sweden, so he's an anytime goal scorer for one of those 2 games they have in Sweden. So I don't know which one it is, but it's going to be one of the 2, so lock that in.
This doesn't make any sense. I was pissed. Fumble recovery happened. I'm going to be honest, I turned off the game. I checked back in. That was fine.
D-backs here, baby. Come on.
They're walking up to the table blind. I'm betting fucking blind.
What's going on, people? We are back. It is another Saturday morning, which can only mean one thing. It is Sharps Sports Network. We got a whole lot of, honestly, not a whole lot to get to today. We got some basketball. We got some football. We got some sports that we can give you because the Super Bowl is set, but the game is not for next week. So, we got a week and a weekend of sports to just kind of weave through the weeds here. But we were talking about something right before the podcast started, and we figured it's a great thing to start with right here, right now, as we kick off this podcast. Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler, the man of the myth of the Heat. The man who has played in, I want to say, 6 out of his last 30 Heat games because he doesn't want to be on the Heat. He got suspended about a month ago, came back 2 weeks later, got an immediate suspension again, came back a week later, then 2 days ago, he got his 3rd straight suspension. So Jimmy Butler, for those of you who don't know, doesn't want to be in Miami. And Miami doesn't know what to do with him because they won't trade him, but they know that they can't use him as a starting piece in their lineup because he's playing half-ass basketball. So it's quite a pickle you got here. Jesse brought up something a minute ago about him potentially playing with Kevin Durant, and I love that.
KD at the 4.
Here's Jimmy B's real problem is that he can't accept being a 2. And because he doesn't want to ever be a 2 anywhere, he can't win nothing because you need to be a 1 with a 2. You're a 2, Jimmy. You're a 2. You need a 1. But see, Miami, I as a casual basketball fan, I sit over here and I'm like, oh, just fucking trade him. But if Buddy's playing like absolute dog shit and won't play for you, his trade value is going like this all the way down to where you get, I don't know, a 2nd round and maybe a 4th round for Jimmy Butler, when in reality, you should get a couple firsts if Jimmy B's playing Jimmy B basketball, but he ain't playing basketball. So tough spot for Miami. No idea if I was Miami what I would do. I mean, at this point, it almost seems more healthy to just cut him because he's not going to help you in any way, shape, or form. And if you can trade him for whatever you can get because it's not going to get any better than this.
You just don't want a Minnesota situation. We all remember what happened when he went to Minnesota. He was there for a year. He looked around and realized that he wanted to fight everybody on his team, and he did everything in his power to get out of there. And then he got out of there.
See, he could have survived till Anthony Edwards got there. We might be talking about a whole nother life.
But on a whole nother level, Anthony Edwards got fucked over by fucking the team by trading away Cat, so I guess it doesn't matter. Like, they said, well, we got a good thing going here. Let's see if we can have the Knicks have a better thing going here. That's kind of how it felt to me. Like, why? I still, to this day, as a casual basketball fan, I will remind everyone I am a casual. I am not sure why they traded Cat.
Didn't feel like Cat and Rudy could coexist, but I definitely wouldn't have kept Rudy if it was between the 2.
Exactly my point. You want the guy that fucking ruined everybody's lives for a whole 2 years on your roster? That's good culture. Come on. We don't forget about COVID. COVID may forget about us, but we didn't forget. That shit happened. Rudy tried to ruin the whole world, and you want to keep him on your roster over the big man who's just as good at boards, just as good down low, and has a 3-point shot. Explain to me why you don't keep him. Is it because you think you can't pay Cat and Edwards what they're going to want and have good people around them? Like, this is the NBA. You can have 2, even 3 superstars, ask LeBron, and still be fine. You just need to pay a little bit more money and maybe pay a luxury tax.
It's a 15-man roster.
Right.
Definitely spitting the cheese. You're paying 15 people.
Yeah.
When you're the NBA, we know your money is become to the point where it's like, I don't even know how you guys still make as much money as you do.
Honestly, I'm not sure either. Because I don't think the NBA is on the same incline trend as every other sport where they keep, football. I get you keep making more money every year because the game keeps getting more popular. I only see that with football though, so I don't understand how it gets to every other, all these other sports. Like, where's this fucking money coming from?
Like, we know where it's coming from in baseball, but like,
Well, in baseball, you just have to have the richest owner
yeah, like
because
we
their
know-
money is all, other money anyways.
so I got 25 shares of this stock. Wouldn't you want to trade me for that? And they're like, but it ain't liquid. But I can liquidate it.
Yes, sir. Baseball. By the numbers.
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, you look different.
I can tell.
Yeah. My
Yeah, but-
iPad is just
He's got more of like a mirror look now.
You have a coffin shape.
Yeah, he's like
it's
he's in
stuck
an old school
loading.
mirror. Like it's, the mirror you go in your grandma's room and it's just
Oh, yeah. Wait.
looks like that.
You have one of these. That's what you look like right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one of those on you right now. Look at you. All right. So that's the Jimmy Butler saga. Let's just keep it on basketball while we're here
Woo!
and get to the All-Star reserves, eh?
Yeah, we already talked about the All-Stars, but now, I just think that the most interesting thing is the top 3 NBA players that led the fan vote aren't even on the squad, but that shows us what we know.
I will say that I think that that's stupid. I heard that and I was like, okay, it's the All-Star game. Like, put the people that the fans want in the All-Star game in the All-Star. Who gives a fuck what you want? Who gives a fuck what you want?
I
It's
agree.
voted on by the coaches, the executives, and the media. Nobody likes those fuckers anyways. Let the fans have something, man.
Yeah.
Let them have something. That's my point on that.
Well, I think the problem is that the fans, the last couple years, or I remember exclusively 2 years ago, they did leave it up to the fans, and people were pissed at the people who were getting snubbed with the fan vote. Here's what people need to realize: you're gonna get angry no matter what. When you go to the higher up people, you're gonna leave people snubbed. When you go to just fans, you're gonna leave people snubbed because they're gonna want to see people that they want to see over people that you could say statistically deserve to be there. No matter what, you're gonna end up with a situation of people getting pissed. Here's what I'll say: when it comes to the starting 5 on both teams, one team's a super team, the other team's a team of all-stars. It's all that it is. But I don't think that there was a lot of people that were particularly snubbed from the game because even the people that, like I mentioned, should have been voted in the starting lineup were at least reserves. And also, shout out to Cade being the first guard for the Pistons to make it since Isaiah Thomas. Jesus Christ. But yeah, like I said, super team. Jokic,
Wait, did they go back?
Curry, Shai,
East West?
KD, LeBron. Beat them. Or try to. Sorry, Jesse, what'd you say?
Did they go back to East West?
Yeah.
I wasn't hit.
Yeah, there's a whole new format this year, Jesse.
So it's completely unfair.
Every year there's a new format. You got to keep up because the
I
NBA likes
know
to
they
keep switching
changed
things.
it to the I know they changed the format, but I wasn't even thinking about if they changed East or West.
Yeah, it's team Shaq, team Kenny.
Yeah, I need an all-star sheet.
I was wondering where the fucking I'm over here like, oh, it's NBA All Stars time. Like I'm waiting to see the clip on Twitter of who gets picked last and all this shit, and it wasn't a thing. I was like, oh, where's Team Bron?
You'll still have team Shaq, team Kenny, team Chuck, and everyone on team TNT. They're gonna have a team for the Rising Stars game and all that. So
Was that a thing last year?
no.
Then what do you mean still? It's brand new.
Because last year everyone had a team, but now it's the people on TNT that have a team. There was just 4 teams last year.
There's
but
still
now,
4 teams. It's just 4 different people.
but now they're each from TNT.
and they're not actually in the league.
And then whoever wins that gets to be involved in the All-Star game the next day. Whoever wins that Rising Stars game.
Interesting. Do we have Pistons in the Rising Stars game?
I got to be honest, I don't know. The only Piston that I know is in this game is Cade.
Cade's in the Rising Stars game?
No, I mean he's the only person I know who's in the All-Star just entirely for Detroit. I'm assuming Ivy would have been, but he's hurt.
Right.
And Duran is in his third year, so he couldn't be.
Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, I don't think we have any.
10.
It could be Thompson because he's in his second year.
There's 10 NBA rookies, 11 sophomores, and 7 G League players.
So we would have a sophomore if we did.
I got it right here. No, we have nobody.
That makes sense. We shouldn't.
Yeah, which actually makes me feel good.
The only
the rising stars. Let's get some normal stars around here.
Malik might have been a 3-point contest guy, but like that would have been sugarcoating.
Yeah,
the Pistons would have had to be like the Cavs right now to get more than one guy.
I know. Okay, I didn't want to talk about this, but since we're just on the topic and you said 3-point contest, now I just have to talk about it. Yo, I don't know if I'm watching the dunk contest this year. I don't think. I know the last couple of years everyone's been against it, and I have been too. But then I still watch it, and then I'm just angry. I don't think I'm gonna do it this year. I saw the lineup, and I hate it, and I don't want to watch. I like Mac McClung, and I like nobody else.
Give me the lineup.
It's Mac McClung. God, off the top of my fucking head, Mac McClung and 3 nobodies. Matas from the Bulls. It's 3 rookies. I'm on my phone, so you could probably pull it up easier than me. But it's 3 rookies, and out of the 3 rookies, one of them averages 10 points.
Mac McClung, Stephon Castle.
Steven Castle, he's good. Not really a dunker though.
Matas Bazulis.
Yep, Matas, who isn't. I don't. What the fuck?
Okay, I mean, just look at the picture. Like you don't know any one of those guys.
You know Mac McClung because he won 2 years in a row. That's it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't. Yeah, but you wouldn't even know. You wouldn't know him if you saw him on the court with no name on his back though. You wouldn't even know who it was. You have to see him specifically at the dunk contest.
Well, here's my problem: is even if Mac McClung wins this year, then I gotta listen to people go, "Who gives a shit? He won 3 years in a row against G Leaguers," and I can go, "Yeah,
yep, yes, you're right."
Yeah, he did. So I mean, it's such a shit show. And LeBron and Bronny could have been in the skills competition, and I'm gonna keep talking about it every week because I'm upset about it. He could have had a chance to get some goddamn viewership, and he said no.
Fucking put Bronny in the dunk contest. Just see what happens.
Yeah, I saw Bronny play against Philly the other night. That was not fun.
Yeah, he ain't doing too
bad. Philly?
He's posterizing people in the G League. Then they brought him up to the NBA, and then they brought him into a game where he should not have played. And then after the game, God damn it, what's his name? Head coach, help me please. 3-point shooter, Redick. He said, "Yeah, probably shouldn't have played him. He didn't have a good game. This was a bad call by me."
Yeah, because didn't they send him out to guard? Who the hell?
I don't know who they sent him out to guard, but they sent him out to play a Philadelphia 76ers team that he had no business being on the starting lineup for.
Yeah, and then he got matched up on Maxey. Like, dog, y'all are pause. Hold it. He's not ready. He is not ready to be out there on somebody like Maxey.
No,
he's a 3rd-round pick we're talking about.
I felt bad for the guy, because at the end of the day, he's got all this pressure and temptation, but let him keep doing what he's doing in the G League. He's dropping 40, 45, and maybe if we need a game against Charlotte, maybe if we need a game against Washington, maybe not Philly.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, Bronny? We play the Warriors next week. I think you're going to start at point guard.
I think you are too, because that squad that I saw the other day in that Warriors lineup is booty cheeks. That's Stephen Curry COVID era booty cheeks Warrior lineup. That shit is bad, bro. I saw that shit the other day, and I was like, is that Schroeder at the 1?
You want to know what's crazy? They had to play Phoenix. Their starting lineup was Gary Payton II at point, Buddy Hield at the 2, Curry at the 3. They were running short ball, just letting him run around and shoot. with like Wiggins playing the 4.
Uh-huh.
And then what's his name? Quentin Post sitting up at center. You know Quentin Post?
No.
That's what I thought.
Uh-huh.
This Warriors team is dragging.
I don't think I've said no to a Benji player the longest time, so that shows you the Warriors are throwing out straight baked butter beans on the fucking court. And, you know, when you're in the spot that you are and the record is where you is, there's only one man who could turn things around. And he happens to be the greatest shooter of all time. So if there is a bright spot, you have that bright spot.
Moses Moody is out here getting the most minutes on the bench. Moses Moody is getting the most minutes off the bench against the Suns. Maybe because it was a blowout. They won by 25, so they let him have PT, but damn.
Man, Golden State. Hate to see it, or you love to see it, honestly. Do we have to talk about this?
Yeah, we do. Listen here. I don't know what's. Oh God, this is gonna sound terrible. I'm not exactly sure what months the WNBA run through. I don't know if it's like which part of the year it's really in, but I don't think anyone's gonna go. I hate to say it, but you might lose more money than you make on this one, Chief. I don't know if you want to go down this path. I respect it. You must think there's some money in it, but you missed your opportunity. Should have been thinking about that 3 years ago, so you could have got a generational player.
Jesse, it's May to October.
Okay. Yeah, no. We got nothing going on there. Okay.
Sorry, Jesse, what'd you say? Did you?
He wanted to know what year or like when, like throughout the year, they play the WNBA season.
Gotcha.
You
Okay.
might go. There's not.
Whenever people are more focused on other shit.
I will say this though, I think the last time the Pistons had a WNBA team, it was called the Shock, and they actually won like 2 titles. Or something.
Yeah.
They were good.
They weren't that bad.
Look at that. Back of my iPad.
Look, the only good thing I see is
Sorry, I don't
we told this man, you fucked up with the Pistons coach. He said, shit, I did fuck up. And he paid all the money to get the problem fixed. And then he actually seemed like he cared a little bit more about the team and started investing more in who he was hiring and blah, blah, blah. And now he's looking at putting even more money into the city by bringing back the WNBA team as well. And I know that Jared Goff is also a financial backer of this, so he's involved. And so there's a lot of people in Detroit with a lot of money that are involved in this. So it looks like it has a pretty good chance of happening, especially with a brand new arena and everything. And I think that it'll definitely be a good idea for Little Caesars as well, because Little Caesars is like, well, when we don't have concerts, we don't have anybody here, so we're not making any money. What if we have WNBA games? Well, then all of a sudden,
then we still aren't gonna make any money. I'm sorry, that was me.
Dylan, your inability to just not be a fucking dick is just crazy. Like, you telling me you wouldn't go see Caitlin Clark if she was playing against the Shock? I'm telling you I would go down there and watch Caitlin Clark. I'm telling you right now I would. And I haven't gone to a Pistons game since I was 8 years old, but I would go down there to watch Caitlin Clark. So, more money for the city is a good thing. Dylan is a dickhead and doesn't support good things. That's fine.
I'm just on behalf of the city that knows that we won't give a fuck. Respectfully, we do not. Respectfully, we do not care.
Respectfully, you win a championship, people care. That's all you got to do.
Okay,
People
yes,
care.
but
People used to care. The WNBA team, the Shock, the Pistons had was good. People cared. People went. It was fun. Then they didn't have enough money, so they disbanded. No longer a team. People stopped caring. Makes sense. If they're good, people will care.
Okay.
Yeah, they gotta get the right roster.
Yeah, if you're good, people will care. If we have another Caitlin Clark come out of college and then Shock have their draft, their inaugural draft, who knows? But just something I saw that was interesting because we have the stadium and we have.
They're not gonna call them the
time
Springs this time. They're gonna call them the Springs.
Plus, some people need some other things to do when the Tigers decide to lose 12 games in a row, and it's right in the middle of summer, so you're still downtown. All right, I think that's everything we could have possibly talked about for basketball.
Why don't we just create a new baseball?
Whoa. Can I ask a question about the hoop? I got one question about the hoops.
What's
Only
up, brother?
about 40-ish games through. Will we finally see an Andre Drummondless Pistons go to a playoff game?
I can't.
Pistons, you mean?
I cannot predict a playoff, but I can predict a play-in.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Based on what the East looks like, I think you can not safely say, but confidently say that I think the Pistons will be in the playoffs and they won't be in the play-in. I think they will be actually in a playoff seed come the end of the season.
They are right now, but it's right now.
Right. I think that they will be by the end of the year. Calling my shot.
Okay, so
Dylan?
me and Tyler both have them.
Play off or play in? I'm
Play
saying
in.
play off.
I got play in.
All right.
I think I don't want to, I think it actually might be better being play in this year, playoffs next year. We got baby steps.
Fuck that shit.
Last year we won 16 games. So
I'm
we've already
sick.
thrown
I'm sick of the Pistons making the playoffs and not winning a single fucking game.
We've already
every
thrown
single time.
expectations out the window. We've already tripled the wins we had last year.
No, Dylan. But this is where we were supposed to be 2 years ago.
That is a loser.
So we're actually way behind schedule. So I need us to go way ahead of schedule and just get like the 5 seed, get the 6 seed. So you don't play one of these juggernaut teams round one. And that's ideally where I want to be.
Yeah, I'm trying to play
Not
Cleveland.
where I think we'll end up, where I want to be.
I'm trying to
Right.
play Cleveland. I'm calling my shot at.
Okay, see now, stop
Yeah.
talking. No, stop. Please.
Yeah.
Don't put shit like that in the
Fake
universe.
playoff team
I
on
don't.
the regular season.
No.
On the Vikings.
Now it's going to happen. Now
Now we're fucked, is what we are. So
That's
thanks
messed
for
up.
that,
That's
Jesse.
messed up.
Appreciate it. All that good juju, you just rubbed it down the drain.
Hey,
One
here's a
last thing.
transition.
Yeah, one last thing in the NBA, Tyler. I just wanted to mention. How do you feel about your girl not wanting any smoke with Curry? They asked her if they wanted to do her and Sabrina against Clay and Steph, and she said no thanks. I'd rather go in the women's one.
Yes, we did discuss this. So, she is not an idiot, and she knows what she's going to get done to her as soon as she loses, and we don't need to hear it all over again. We heard it last year. We don't need to hear it again. We know who's superior. Just move on. She said, yeah, I get it. I'm not as good because I'm a woman. Blah, 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 blah. I'll never get what I deserve, and I move on. Smart girl. That's a smart girl who just didn't feel like having a media circus go around her for fucking a month and a half before, during, and after the fucking contest. Smart. Because then Steph's in the offseason and you're in the middle of your season wondering, oh, when are they ever going to fucking leave me alone about this shit? And you know when they will? When you die, because they're never going to leave you alone. When you retire, they're going to say, hey, Steph's retired and you're retired too. How about you guys come back and do the 3-point contest? No! Stop it! And it'll never end. Smart girl. Let's talk about the flower.
Bang.
Marc-Andre Fleury
Fleury.
is the first goalie in NHL history to record a shutout as a teenager in the NHL with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and now at age 40 with the Minnesota Wild, because he is just that guy.
And let me also just say, for somebody that has him in fantasy hockey, the man has put up 17 points, 12 points, and then 24 points. So my man has been cooking, because if those of you don't know how the points are pretty much scored as a goalie, if you're getting really good, it means two things. You're making saves and you're getting wins. And if you're getting big points, it means you're also getting shutouts. So the last 3 to 4 games, Marc-Andre Fleury has been playing like prime Fleury. I like that, because normally when you get goalies like Jonathan Quick or the people, they're all resorted to their backup roles, not playing as much because they're not what they used to be. Marc-Andre Fleury is one of the few guys who, even though he's been doing it for 15, 20 years, he's still doing it at a high level. I think that's pretty sick. And it's good for Fuller, because I haven't heard shit about his Wild this year. So, good for you.
Well, that's because even when they're good, they get bounced first round. So there's no reason to talk about it. There's no reason to like get excited because they think they're going to go on a cup run. Like that's not part of it. So like, it's kind of like the Lions this year. Just enjoy the regular season.
Yeah, I get that. Do you want to talk about might as well. There was a trade that happened yesterday. The New York Rangers acquired J.T. Miller and Eric Brandstrom from the Vancouver Canucks in exchange for Victor Mancini and a first-round pick.
Yeah, they're making a push.
Yeah.
I get it because their record justifies making a trade, making a push. I think JT Miller is a dog, and
I know JT. Yeah, that's the one.
JT definitely. If you're gonna send JT, like, yeah, you're getting a first round pick back because JT Miller's a dog. The other guy I don't really know as much, can't really speak on, so I'm not going to.
I read it as JT Miller for a first round pick.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. So if you're gonna make a push, you're gonna give up a pick. Yeah, that's smart. I like that. And just because I bring most things back to Detroit, I would love to see us trade one of our first round picks for a bona fide stud right now, because that would be nice. We have enough prospects. We have enough young guys. We have enough war chested. Fucking get rid of some of it. We could use some help right now. But yeah.
Good transition, Tycho, because the next thing I wanted to bring up is the Detroit Red Wings. Since their new head coach, Todd McClellan, they are 12-4-1, and they have been playing the best hockey they have played since last year. So obviously the biggest question is, do you think this is all just around the guy who just told him to play fucking hockey? Are they just playing fucking hockey?
I think they're playing confident. They're playing smart, and they're playing confident. And I think that it's been a long time since they played with any type of confidence. I know that they know they have the skill and all that stuff, but hockey's a mental game, and the other team can mentally kick your ass when they're also physically kicking your ass at the same time. Yep. And under McClellan, it's been a complete flip, full 360 of what you saw with Lalonde. And honestly, just what I hear from when I hear the press conferences sounds completely different from what you heard from Lalonde. Lalonde was always like content with being on the cusp of being good, but average. He just wanted to stay average because it's almost like he thought the expectations were to be right around good, but we just stay there and you can just hover right there for a couple of years. It's like, no, see, that's not what we want. We want you to hover around there for like half the season and then make a playoff push. So if you're going to hover in the beginning, make the push at the end. Everything I've seen since we made the coaching change, the NHL always talks about the coach bump you get, the new coach, new this. Well, right now, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but this is looking more like a St. Louis coaching bump than it is just a regular coaching bump. And if you know what I mean by that, I mean 2019 when St. Louis fired their head coach, were the worst team in the league, and then went on a run and ended up winning the Stanley Cup that year. This looks more like a St. Louis bump.
Who's this Binnington guy? Can I put him in that?
Yeah. Dragon Place. Yeah. This right now is more than a coaching bump, and that's why I say that I'd like to see the Wings trade one of their first second-round picks for a guaranteed goal scorer or even another defensive guy, because you got the goalies in the pipeline coming up. You got enough goalies right now to where you can hold your own. Make another move, and we'll be good for the next couple of years. That's why I said that. But going into that, yeah, I think the Detroit Red Wings are on the right track right now.
I agree. I feel like the biggest thing that we've been able to see is it's almost like when you have a teacher every day and you can keep getting away with shit with this teacher, you can get away with a little bit more, a little looser, and then all of a sudden a sub comes in and this sub don't play. And this sub is on some bullshit, and you got to be on your top tier behavior. You got to be a great student that day. You come back tomorrow, sub's still there. Well, guess what? The sub's not leaving. And that sub,
guess what? Your teacher's pregnant.
Yeah, he's the new head coach of the Red Wings. Because it's almost like the people who've been on this team all year playing, all of a sudden, Patrick Kane wants to play hockey. All of a sudden, Lucas Raymond wants to play hockey. All of a sudden, Dylan Larkin wants to play hockey. All of the players on our team who have been here all year and just have not been producing as much as we know they can have turned it up to a fucking 10 with the new head coach. And I think that just speaks volumes, if I'm being honest with you. Because if you have somebody you want to play for, that tells me one thing, the biggest thing with any championship team, no matter where you are in what city, and that is culture. It's a winning culture. They want to win.
Yeah, Groot's culture wasn't fucking fitting it.
Yeah, Groot, his big ass nose wasn't helping anybody.
No, sir.
Couldn't even help himself. Yeah. All right. That's the other sports that we have to get to. So there's only one thing left on the table.
Motherfucking football. Yeah,
Well-
we're all depressed. We're all pissed off. We're all sad. Nobody wants this. Nobody ever wanted to see this. But guess what? This is what we're left with, okay? This is exactly what we're left with because on championship weekend, if you chose to watch, you know,
We know you didn't.
you weren't sad enough, you know. You got to watch exactly what you didn't want to have happen right in front of your eyes. At least for me, I didn't have to watch it all happen. I just heard that it happened. I did watch the Kansas City Buffalo game, and I feel like that just broke me all over again, like the Lions, because I was like, anybody but the Chiefs. And I feel like that's where a lot of people are, anybody but the Chiefs. But now I got to root for the Eagles if I want that. And it's 9 times out of 10, it's anybody but the Eagles,
Yeah.
except for this one time where the Eagles get a pass because there's actually someone that's a little bit worse than them right now. And that's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But here we are. Kansas City defeated Buffalo. The Eagles defeated Washington. What else did Kansas City do? They trolled the fuck out of the Bills. All of their press conferences that they posted on YouTube after the game, all of them are cut off at exactly 3 minutes and 30 seconds because that's how much time the Buffalo Bills had left to score a touchdown and did not. Also, the touchdown that Buffalo needed in Kansas City was scored the very next day by the Buffalo Sabres, who got 7 points against the Boston Bruins, just to add insult to injury to all those fans in Buffalo. Where were the 7 points you needed against Kansas City? Well, they were on your hockey team's bench, just waiting for the next day. So that's just 2 Grand Slam whammies. Fuck this Super Bowl. I'm taking the Eagles.
I knew this was.
That's all I had to say for the rest of the week.
Jesse, go ahead.
I knew this was gonna happen. Not the Eagles half. But to me, when the Chiefs were playing ass, their offense could not find the rhythm. They were still winning. Anytime that happens with a team like this, they have the shot to go all the way. And I thought Baltimore was going to be the team because I knew if the Bills went there, they weren't going to win. Maybe if they had to come to Buffalo, we might have had a different story to tell. But you're going in Arrowhead, ain't it?
Yeah, well, Mark Andrews had other ideas, so.
Lamar had other ideas. Everybody had other
Lamar
ideas.
didn't have other ideas? That is bullshit.
Listen,
You will not say that.
I'm out. Hold
Mark
on.
Andrews
I'm out.
catches
First
the
Hold
half,
on.
Lamar was bad.
Hold on.
He
You
catches
cannot
that
just
ball, the game
erase a
goes to
half of the
overtime.
game.
I'm
I
out, Dylan.
understand he made the plays to bring it back, to bring the game. When the drive needed to happen for him to,
And he
Finish
needed
the
to get
game.
it to the right guy
He
who was
got it.
open
He-
at the
he
time,
got it.
and he got it.
He did the right things he needed to do.
But he dropped it.
But he wouldn't have been in that position possibly. In the first half, we have to
You're
talk
playing Buffalo.
about
You're going to be
interception.
in a tight situation at some point. You're playing Buffalo. You're going
I
to
don't
need
know,
big
this-
plays. You're going to need big catches.
Dylan,
And when he
I
had
don't
the
know why.
biggest-
I don't know why you're choosing to forget that he had a really bad first half.
The way the
And
team
had to
was
dig
game
out of
was-
that hole. So
Because
Jesse's just
nobody
saying, hey, Jesse's just saying, if the first half wasn't so terrible, he may not have had to need a game-winning drive at the end of the game because they could have already been up had they avoided those previous first half mistakes.
I understand that, but I can't look at what Lamar has done all year and blame this game on him.
I'm
I
not.
can't.
I'm going to look at this one game.
That's fair.
I'm going to look at this one game and I'm going to say that the interception, listen, that was probably a deep route. Not
Thank
going
you.
to lie.
Thank
it was
you.
probably a shortcut post
Thank you.
that he should have been like this high and he cut it this
I was
short.
going to say that shit was not his fault. Thank you.
But the fumble,
Fumble, yes, because
we
he
see
dropped the ball.
every single quarterback fumble.
I mean, he had
Lost.
6 incompletions. The guy didn't have that bad of a game.
He had a great game, but he made game-changing mistakes.
Okay, yes, but
And
Mark
Mark
Andrews made
Andrews?
bigger game-changing mistakes. So
If
if
we're
you
gonna
want
be
to put
honest
the
here-
blame on someone over another, you put it on Mark Andrews. Why? Because Mark Andrews has $200,000 in his foundation that Bills Mafia sent him because they know he sold him the game. So they do what they do every year, and they give all their money to his charity because they know he's the reason that they're not in the playoffs. They do it every year, and they did it again this year. They didn't give any money to Lamar because they know Lamar's a dog. They gave the money to Mark
know
Andrews
he got
because
that
he dropped
bag.
not one touchdown, but 2 touchdowns.
Listen, and Mark Andrews had the fumble, so I'm not gonna lie.
And a
I hear you.
fumble.
I hear you. But if we're gonna be this specific, yes, you know me. I'm a valid believer of if it touches your hands, you better catch it.
Uh-huh.
It cannot touch your hands, both
His
of them,
hands and his chest.
and you drop it. So it hitting his arms and chest, there's no reason to drop it.
Yup.
We go right over to the other fucking game. Dalton Kincaid, diving fucking catch. But
Yep.
Josh Allen threw up a fucking bucket ball because
know how he got
as
it there.
soon as he snapped it, that motherfucker was running. As soon as he snapped it, had 3 motherfuckers on his ass. He said, "Fuck it," hucks his bitch up. It drops right in between 3 Chiefs players, hits Dalton Kincaid in the fucking forearm and shoulder/chest area, and he dropped the ball. Yes, it was a hard catch, but
Because that boy was not ready.
this play right here had the opportunity to be the helmet catch, had the opportunity to be that play that changed everything and flipped the game on its head, and no one saw this coming, and the Bills are in the Super Bowl. That would have been the play.
But you know the problem, Ty? You know what the problem is?
He dropped it. He dropped it.
That would have had to have been against the Chiefs. We can't have that.
Well, I mean,
Come on.
fuck!
Can't have that.
We have to give credit where credit is due on that Buffalo play. You have to be a nut to call a corner blitz on a 4th down.
Oh, and I love how the guy, who's the DC, he didn't blitz all game. He didn't blitz all.
No, Spags was definitely blitzing.
No, they announced it. They said he didn't send an all-out blitz all game.
Oh,
That was
yeah,
the
no,
first
no.
An
all-out
all-out
blitz
blitz,
he sent the
yeah,
entire game.
I was about to say
that one was literally everybody
Every
that
fucking
didn't have a
person.
man, you're blitzing.
Go.
Go now.
It was
Corners, blitzing.
shitty.
Safeties, you're the corners.
They
Middle
shifted.
linebackers, go.
They shifted. Josh Allen shifted himself into doom lane because he moved the line. Not only did he move the line to the left, to where there was literally going to be like a clear mismatch,
When he had to run right.
like, but exactly, like
Oh, gosh.
he covered his blind side, but then he couldn't get the block to make movement outside. So it was just like all perfect from Kansas City. Positioning, luck, and all the attributes that play to never have a chance.
Let's just be clear for everyone that doesn't have subtitles turned on. Jesse said luck in all caps. That was caps lock.
Yeah, so that was that game, and then obviously the Eagles won 55-23. The game was never close. Saquon ran for a million yards.
Okay. Let's not say it was never close.
Yeah, it started 0-0.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Then it was.
Right?
Let's go through that. No,
Isn't that what you're talking about, Jesse?
I like this. It was close, and then it was 7-0. Then it was 7-3. Then it was 14-3. Then it was 21-3. Then we continue. But continue. The game was close. It was close. Come on.
I just no.
It was zero.
You said it was never.
0-0 to start the game. They had a
It
chance.
was 0-0. You're right. They were tied.
Had a full chance, and then they
And then
blew
the
it.
game started. And
And then it went. Eep. Yeah.
now I will say, Jaden Daniels, the guy threw the ball 49 fucking times. I mean,
The guy had to. He had to. He should have thrown it more times.
9. Jalen Hurts was 20 for 28, and that just tells you what you need to know about who was able to control their offense and who was really just trying to get anything going. Saquon Barkley, 118 rushing yards, 3 touchdowns. Saquon Barkley should be MVP. Also, Saquon Barkley's birthday is on the Super Bowl. I just feel like that means something. Don't know what it means yet, but it means something.
Listen, this game is like, this is the shitty part. Like, yes, we talk like the scoreboard shows, like they were getting clapped. Like it was never close in the scoreboard, but they kept fumbling the ball. If we like, this is the discussion of the entire conference championships and division round was turnovers. These teams were turning over the ball. Every team that lost turned the ball over in a bad situation.
Yep.
Like Washington had 3 turnovers. They played themselves.
Look, I ain't gonna lie. when I hit the radio waves on Monday, all I kept hearing was, where were all these turnovers against the Lions? Where was the false starts against the Lions? Where was all these mistakes against the Lions? And I'm over here like, do you guys not remember that we don't have a defense?
That was just about to say.
You can't just get turnovers. Like, it doesn't just happen. Like, the first play of the game, was it a 1-yard gain? Yes. But they literally sacked Jaden Daniels when he tried to run away on the first play of the game. Stopped him for 1 yard. And I was like, oh, they're about to get to his ass. He's done. He was done.
And can I just say, it is very hard. No. I will.
That's what she said.
It's almost impossible to get a white defensive player who's in the secondary who is a star. They have 2. Zach Bond and Cooper DeJean.
Hey, who said the white guy can't
whoa,
play?
Whoa. Zach Bond. He ain't in no secondary. That boy a linebacker. You thinking that Blankenship? Give him his respect. Give Blankenship his respect. What?
No thanks.
You're not out here watching ball.
No thanks. I'm not gonna give Blankenship.
They've been the killers. They've been.
I'm not.
What? Oh my God! What they call themselves?
I'll give Quinion some respect though, because Quinion and Cooper are my favorite rookie corners that I've ever seen come in the league.
Yeah, that was a crazy pull. Everyone knew when they got those two. It was like, oh, those were like the 2 best corners.
I mean, anyways, back to my point. They got 2 white demons. That's hard to do. Okay. Then you go to the other people on the defense that are all under the age of like 27. And they're just a bunch of machines. I understand that the game plan here is going to be the Eagles defense against Patrick Mahomes. My problem is that was the same fucking storyline last time we went into the Super Bowl, and I saw how that shit went.
Nah, but I think this is a better defense. Both teams are bringing
a better offense, too, because they have Saquon. So I'll give them that.
Like, this is 2 better defenses coming together.
I think the Eagles are a better team than they were the last time they played the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are the same fucking team. Who have the Chiefs added from that team 2-3 years ago that is better, not better than where they were? The only person I can think of is Worthy. That's it. And Worthy would have just been Rashee Rice. So you can make that comparison of better or the same.
No, this was there was no Rashee Rice. This was Kadarius Toney having a kick return.
Yes.
And this is Kadarius Toney.
This is Juju and Kadarius and Kelsey. So really, you have a better Chiefs offense.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrifying. Yeah.
Hey, Kadarius had his one game that got him a bag. Okay, he played.
And where is he now?
Hey.
Cleveland.
He can play. He can say, "My ring, I played. I made an impact. This isn't just a party ring. I did some shit." That's all I'm saying. He did some shit. But this Super Bowl, man, I think this is gonna. Not to get too deep into it, but I hate it. It's disgusting. We're gonna be honest here. We have to either watch a 3-peat from Patty, which I'm gonna be honest. I may have told an Eagles fan that I'm rooting for the Eagles. I lied to him.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I lied to him.
I'm in the same boat I'm in last year, where it's back to Mahomes in a big game against the wall, and he's 8-0 when he needs to score in the playoffs, down by a touchdown or fewer. I mean, I'm taking Mahomes to the Super Bowl as much as I hate him for the 3-peat, and I don't want to do that. I hate that. Fuck that. I want to smack the shit out of me for saying that.
He's gonna get the 3-peat.
He's gonna get the 3-peat. You know he is. And it's gonna be Saquon Barkley on his birthday, sitting on the bench, looking at confetti, talking about some what ifs because he left the second quarter because of a hamstring injury. It's gonna. I can see it now, and I hate it. I hate all of it so much. I can't do it. And what's this alarm that keeps going off? Jesus Christ.
This might be a different Super Bowl that people are expecting. That's all I think.
Nobody's happy, and I tried to hide it inside, okay? Tyler has made it clear from the jump that he doesn't like it. Jesse is not hiding his feelings. I tried to bury it deep inside and convince myself that I still love football, and I'm still happy, but I'm not happy. I hate it.
Hey, I think at the end of the day, if it wasn't going to be us, at least it's the other best team in the NFC. I don't want to
Bullshit. I
see
think it should.
a washed-up bomb squad like Washington wasn't.
Buffalo or Baltimore should be in there. I'm sorry.
Respectfully, Washington wasn't going to have a chance.
Cool, but Baltimore, Buffalo should be there. I understand they're not because they're not the better team, but I'm telling you from my perspective, I was shocked that one of them didn't make it.
Unless one of them can get the 1 seed and make Mahomes have to do the gauntlet instead of one of them, they will never get out of it.
Okay.
Kansas City can't be the number 1 seed. They have to travel. They can't be the 1, they can't be the 2. They have to travel. And that's the only way you're going to have a chance because then they have to play one like I know
what you mean. Then they have to go to Buffalo. Then they have to go, and I know they went to Baltimore last year, so people will go right back to that argument. That's fucking different, man. Baltimore, I'm just gonna say it because I know that you guys think that you're some big bad motherfuckers. Nobody's scared to play in Baltimore. Let's cut the shit.
No.
Nobody goes, oh shit, we gotta go to Baltimore. We go, oh shit, we don't want to walk around Baltimore after the game, but nobody goes, oh shit, we don't want to go to Baltimore. Okay? Let's just keep it a buck.
They don't want to go. Not because it's like a too loud of a stadium, but MTN Bank Live.
The only time people ever said that was when Ray Lewis was on the other side of the field.
Ding 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 ding.
That's why you didn't want to go to Baltimore. That's
Yes.
the only fucking reason is because Ray Lewis and Ed Reed were gonna pop your fucking shit.
Yeah, but they were killing you no matter where
They
they
probably are loud as fuck.
But that's why you didn't want to go to Baltimore. You wanted Baltimore to lose before you got there.
There's very, very limited number of stadiums who changed the game. Seattle, Kansas City, their fans have the power to control a game. Just recently, Detroit, with how loud they've been in games. It's been a very recent thing, but what I'm trying to say is Baltimore is not a type of stadium that can control the game with their fans. And there's very few of them that actually can.
Yeah.
That's kind of the main point. But yeah, there's a week before the Super Bowl, so if you're like, what am I going to do? I'll tell you what you can do. You can crack open a cold beer. You can sit down on your couch tonight. You can watch the Royal fucking Rumble. That's what you can do. It's the biggest men's Royal Rumble match you've ever seen in your life. You can watch this on Peacock. You can watch it on Netflix.
Yeah.
You can watch it. Yeah, you can watch it on Peacock or Netflix.
They got the whole Netflix sponsorship now. Everything's on Netflix, and everybody's got Netflix.
When does it start?
It starts at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Kickoff's at 4. Main show starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time, 9 p.m. Pacific time. Check your time zone.
Time to find out if Lou likes wrestling.
Yeah. All right, we still got some picks to make, and
John Cena.
We do got a little bit of baseball talk I want to talk about real quick. We got Tigers still in pursuit here, and we got a quick Sharps message, and then we'll be right back.
Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tailor your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon, and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharp securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more, so you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the degens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I said the Tigers were still in the running for something. Oh, also, right before we move on, let's just talk about this real quick. I don't know if anybody's really watching the Jason Kelce show on ESPN. I know it's not extremely popular, but there are some good clips that come out of it. And I just want to share this clip from the show that happened, I believe, last night or maybe 2 nights ago.
Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans of Philadelphia?
Go Birds, baby.
You don't mean that.
No, you know, I'm a Jason Kelce fanatic, dude.
Yeah.
I love that guy, man. I still got all the green from your guys' Super Bowls and your run in Philly, man. I still got some Philly pride, man. I'm wishing the best for those guys, but you know, it's go Birds.
Yeah, there's absolutely no chance you mean that. No.
That's probably what it would look like if they asked me to talk about your team, Ty. I'm going to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
you're going to get a fake smile and a go team.
Yeah. But how fucking great would it be if the Birds get to use that on social media after they beat the Chiefs? They beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. That would be the start of my video after I won the Super Bowl, is Travis Kelce saying, "Go Birds, go." And then it's us winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So great. All right. Let's talk about the Tigers, because this is what I think. Not what I think, but here you go. Detroit Tigers and the Boston Red Sox, at this point, are still co-favorites to sign third baseman Alex Bregman. This picture is from Woodward Sports. But Tigers have been in pursuit of the third baseman since basically the beginning of the offseason, and have essentially put what seems like all of their marbles for a big signing this offseason into Alex Bregman. Now, it's been noted that the Tigers, according to MLB insiders, have one of, if not the best offer on the table. So, in your guys' opinion, why do you think Alex Bregman still hasn't made a decision? And if we do have the best offer, why hasn't he decided to come to Detroit? I also want it to be known that he is a Scott Boras client. Same as Scooble, same as a ton of big names in the league, like Pete Alonso, another guy that has not been signed. And there's actually a lot of Scott Boras clients this year that still are looking for a contract. And Scott Boras has been known to get the most money for his clients, which is why he has so many big name players. But this year's not looking so good. So what do you guys think is Bregman's holdup? Do you think we're going to get him? I've just told you everything that I know. And
Bregman, if Bregman could pick it his way, he would play for A.J. Hinch at Fenway Park. That's the problem. That is the problem.
Yeah, because our ballpark does not help him.
He does not want to play at Comerica Park, but he wants to play for A.J. Hinch's Tigers. That is the current problem that we are going through, ladies and gentlemen. This man is looking at the Detroit Tigers' outfield and the way that it is set up as his right-handed pull-hitting bat is set up. And then he's looking at the Green Monster in Fenway Park. And and coming off of where he was in Houston, he's going, well, Comerica, that's a good 20, 25 homers. But Fenway, that's an easy 30, 35. On a bad year.
Fenway.
Yeah, so that's why I think he wants to play for Fenway, but then he goes to, okay, what team, what organization, what coaching staff, what head coach, what manager, Detroit. And I think that's why he's still undecided, truly. I think it is a case of where would you want to play ball and who do you want to play for? But then you got the money, and I think that's the biggest thing too, obviously. And I'm not going to act like I know what's going on there with Boston and Detroit, because I don't. I can just tell you what I know from the perspective on the field. I think that's why it's taken so long. I don't think we'll get him. I just want to say that. I think he's going to go to Boston. I want us to, but I think he's going to go to Boston.
I think if we get him, the contract is going to be...
I think they're just going to try to replace Devers.
Yeah, where'd he go?
Or, no, sorry, not replace Devers, but get him a fucking counterpiece. Because Xander Bogaerts and Devers were pretty much the bang-bang right there on the corner, and now he's just at third with... It's not Jeter Downs, but somebody else.
I think you can move Bogaerts to 2.
But Bogaerts is on where now? He's not on Boston still. He's on. Is it Philly?
Oh, no,
I don't remember. Anyway,
yeah, I don't remember.
But anyways, the Tigers did sign Tommy Kahnle though, relief pitcher from the New York Yankees on a 1-year, $7.75 million deal. A bullpen that has already been very good, top of the league.
Hey, Bogaerts on the Padres.
Padres, thank you. Couldn't remember. So yeah, shout out to that. And then also, for those of you who care, some do, some don't. The MLB The Show 25 video game cover was released, and it was Paul Skeens, Ellie De La Cruz, and Gunnar Henderson. Not 1, not 2, but 3 are gracing the cover this year for your standard and deluxe edition.
Beautiful thing.
I'm still going to miss the ball. No matter.
Yeah, I'm going to fly to player for 3 months, 2 months.
Well, don't matter.
I'm still gonna miss the ball. All right, we got picks and then we're out of here.
That game gets me wired. I have to be a crackhead when I'm playing that.
You gotta be locked the fuck in.
I'm not the type of person that could be like barely paying attention to it. I gotta be locked in. You ain't in the party chat, I can't talk to you.
Like I said, I'll still miss the ball. Unless I am 100% paying attention, I'm missing.
All right. Picks. Let's get it. Game number 1. Can we do any today? Oh, I don't think we can. No, we can't. Dookie. Just straight Dookie. Tomorrow, Sunday, 3:30. We got the Dallas Mavericks. Nope, that game's a blowout. We got the Chicago Bulls going to Detroit to take on the Pistons. Here we go. 2 teams that are 500, a couple games over 500, and no big injuries. All right, Bulls, Pistons.
Pistons.
Got to take the Pistons.
Oh, well, I'm not going to ride. I wasn't going to ride the Pistons, but I'm not going to be against the island, so I'll take the Pistons.
Wow. Dylan running away from an island? Never heard of that.
Sweet.
Game number 2, 6 o'clock. We got the Boston Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. Boston doesn't have Jaylen Brown. The Sixers don't have Embiid. We got Jason Tatum, Tyrese Maxey. That's pretty much what you're going to see. Keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
Yeah, I'm taking Celtics.
I'm going to take Philly.
Boston.
Boston.
Oh, now I'm on an island. Game number 3, 8:30. A team that has been under the radar. I haven't really been talking about them all year, but they've been really good against a team who started shitty and is now also really good. We got the Grizzlies and the Bucks. 8:30 on Sunday.
Grizzly. Don't ask me why.
Well, they're good, so I don't have to.
Give me Ja on the strap.
Yeah, the Grizzlies have won 6 out of their last 7 games, so I understand. The Bucks just came off of a 30-point loss to Wemby and the Spurs. I'm going to take the Bucks. They need a bounce-back win. Bad.
Very bad.
Yeah. Did Luke get the picks for hockey, or do you want me to just rattle 3 off right now? They're all today.
They are empty.
Okay, perfect. 3:30 today, the New York Rangers are playing the Boston Bruins. Both teams are good. 24, 22-4, 25, 22-6.
Give me Rangers.
Oh, Rangers have been figuring it out as of late. They were patchy. Right now they're hot. Give me the under on this one.
Both teams coming off of 2 straight losses. Both need a win. Should be a good game. I'm going to take New York. I guess we're just fading Boston today. I don't know why. Fuck them. Game number 2. The Jets, who are 36, 14-3, are taking on the Capitals, who are 34, 11-6. Damn. Both teams are good as fuck. Over under 5.5.
Yeah, I'm taking the over in this one. That's for sure.
Yeah, as soon as I heard a 5, I'm on it. Man, don't give me no 5.5. I don't care how good 2 teams are. 5.5, 2.
I'm gonna take Winnipeg.
It's almost disrespected how good they are.
They've won 8 games in a row. Make it 9. Go Jets.
Jets.
Let's go Jets. Game number 3. All right, I'll give you guys the choice. Do you want to do Oilers and Maple Leafs or Flames and Wings?
One, I know what we're all gonna pick. The other one, there might be a little bit of controversy.
Give me Oilers and Leafs.
All right, Oilers. The Leafs are 30, 19-2. Oilers are 32, 15-4.
I'm taking the Oilers. They just lost to the Wings in a shootout.
Yeah,
that's
did.
Not acceptable. They're gonna go poop on Toronto.
I'm gonna take them as well because they beat my Kraken right before that too.
I thought the other one was definitely a sweep. I didn't think both were gonna be a sweep.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Trying to see if there's any way Tampa can win. In my brain, I mean not Tampa, but
Toronto.
Toronto. I mean, they do have Austin Matthews. He's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, but Connor McDavid's better.
Yeah, it's Oilers.
That scream in the background said it all. All right, that's Book Luck picks. That's Downtown Kid picks. But there is one last thing I have to get to because I know it's a fight night tonight. But when there's people that everybody knows is fighting, like Israel Adesanya, I feel like I have to talk about it. So just really quick.
It does need to be talked about.
There's two matches that I want to talk about. First one is Magnomenov, 15-0. Sharputin Magnomenov. He's 15-0. He's undefeated, and he's taken on Michael Venom Page. I am obviously taking Michael Venom Page to end that undefeated streak. This should be a fucking war. Also, for those of you who don't know, this is happening at 12 o'clock in 9 minutes. So, guess they're in not in Abu Dhabi or some shit because it's happening at noon. Is anyone writing
Yes, you
against
do that too. Watch that. There's another
anyone
thing.
writing, is anyone writing against Venom Page?
No.
Beautiful. Next fight.
No, Jesse's not either.
Yeah, I just want to let you guys know we got one of those names. Nasruddin.
I got this. I got this.
Nasruddin.
That is.
Imavov is definitely the last.
I don't think the R is pronounced, and I think it's
what do you think it is?
Nasruddin.
Nasruddin Imavov.
Yes, I think it's
Well,
Nasruddin.
he's got to fight this guy.
He's got to fight Izzy. Give me Izzy.
Give me Izzy. Izzy should make him dizzy.
Is he about to KO?
Izzy about to make him dizzy. It's gonna be bad. So yeah, if you want to watch a little
I
bit,
think this is gonna be a sleeper fight.
If you want to watch some real fighting before the fake fighting tonight, you got them both.
I think it's gonna be a fun fight. I think it's gonna be a little. I don't think Adesanya is gonna have his way with him. I think this guy's got something to fight for.
Okay.
I think he does too because no one knows who he is.
Exactly. nothing like a man with nothing to lose. Come on, guys, we talk about this.
And tell your wife to shut up.
It's nothing like a man who has all but nothing to lose.
Damn, I just realized there's 3 Nurmagomedovs that are fighting on this fucking card. Khabib's gonna have a busy night. If you're a wrestling fan of UFC, get ready for some real fucking grabs, people.
All night long.
Real grabs. Woo! All right. That's the pod. Does anyone have anything they want to add before we head out of here?
Jesse's almost always got something.
Jesse
I usually have something. What's his name? The Chiefs are hams for signing what's his name to not be signed until after the season was over. So he's technically on the roster, but he's not on the roster yet. So even if they win the Super Bowl, he doesn't get a ring because he's not on the team enough.
Totally.
Shame.
So still fuck the Chiefs.
Fuck yeah. Even though we want him to win, because I want our quarterback to be better than the last generation's quarterback. So let's start it early.
Yeah. Imagine if the Lions had Josh Allen for the last 5 years. Who would have thought? Anyways, thank you guys for watching the podcast. We appreciate it. Check us out on all the socials at Sharp Sports Network on X, on Instagram, on Twitter, on YouTube, on Twitch, on all the platforms. We appreciate it. Also, if you want to route our picks, make sure you download the Sharps Betting app over on the App Store. That is Sharps Betting app on the App Store. Use promo code TYCO011 when you sign up. It will help you a great deal. We appreciate you. Next time we will see you will be Saturday when we give you the entire Super Bowl rundown. So make sure you're there for that. We'll see you next time.
What Gatorade flavor you picking?
gonna be green. We'll see you next time. Peace.
Sports bettors, you need to download Sharps, the better social network. With Sharps mobile app, you can tailor your friends' bets with one click. See a bet you like? Just click the whale tail icon and boom, it will open in your corresponding sportsbook. Sharps securely connects to major sportsbooks like FanDuel, MGM, Caesars, and more, so you can not only track your bets, but share your bets in creative ways. So gather the degens, download Sharps for free, and join our fast-growing sports betting community.